Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the meeting of the Skokie Plan Commission for December 19. First order of business is to approve the minutes from last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve? So moved. Commissioner Berman, second Commissioner Berman. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes have been approved. First case tonight is, first and only case tonight is case 2019-44P, special use permit at 8027 Lawndale Avenue. Chicago Title Trust Company under trust number MBG or MBMG 98-181 requests a special use permit for an automotive repair facility in an M2 light industry zoning district. Is the petitioner here tonight? Please come up. Speaking to the microphone, please. Can I have your name and your address?
Home.
Yes.
Ernie Lagarakis, 2336 Indian Ridge, Glenview, Illinois.
Okay, thank you. So would you raise your right hand? And, what's your association with the petitioner? You are the owner, operator?
Owner, president.
Okay, would you raise your right hand? Do you affirm that the testimony you give tonight is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is the notice in order, Counselor?
Notice is proper.
Thank you. So why don't you give us an overview of what you want to do there at this facility?
Well, our company's Nick and Ernie's. We've been in the area here since the late 60s. I started my shop on Lawndale at 8015 North Lawndale in 1986, and that's a body shop. And just behind me on Monticello, I have my automotive repair center, which is car repair. And then I've also acquired Central Park in Oakton, which used to be the Hutton style truck repair, which I took that over in 91.
Mm-hmm.
And this building I bought back in 1990 that was right next to me. It was a machine shop. And I've had quite a few tenants through there. But the reason for me buying it at the time was for the future expansion process. So I finally got to the point where I can do that. So I would be expanding our current operations next door, which
Okay.
is literally next door to me.
Okay. And you're doing the same business?
Yeah, this is going to be a part of the collision industry. We're not putting paint department in there. It's more for estimating and body repair, the actual physical
Well, it's an
repair.
extension of your current business?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any questions to the petitioner? Mr. Quain?
Yeah, so it looks like I think I've read 5 or 6 spaces inside the garage for cars that are being queued and getting ready for body work.
Yes.
That was my interpretation.
Yes.
And then there's like 15 spaces outside approximately for other cars that are also that will eventually be moved into the garage
Yes. Or
And
next door
that's
by
enough
parking. Yes.
based on your level of activity that suffices.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see any construction plan for breaking through from one building to the other. Your adjacency doesn't matter. The fact that it's convenient is good for you, but you don't need to break through walls to get from one building to the next.
No.
And do you ever intend to do that, or that's not necessary?
No, not necessary.
But you're going to operate the same type of use here that you operate next door?
Yeah, next door will be considered mostly for our painting, and it's really nice to separate the two from painting from the body.
So it's actually better than to not have that breakthrough in the building?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a cleaner environment for the paint department, and it just makes for a better repair center.
And I noticed you're going to have offices at this facility also.
It'll be for administrative offices, yes.
Is that where all of your administrative offices are going to be merged now from the many different buildings that you have?
Well, yeah, because on Lawndale, we call that our headquarters, so we have our accounting in there, customer service reps, me.
And that's in this building?
In our 8015 right now, next door. So then we're just going to put our estimators next door, our parts guys, strictly operational that assist the body shop. So no retailing customers, no retail customers coming next door.
But that'll all be now in this new building?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why the administration is coming to this building as well as the other operations?
Yes.
Okay.
So with spray, you'll have a new spray booth?
No, we'll use the existing facility as is.
So the existing use was automotive body repair spraying, so there's already a certified heat booth there.
Absolutely.
Any other questions of the petitioner? Okay, do you have anything else to offer? If not, I'll ask the staff to give its report to the commission.
No, just, I've been in Skokie my whole life. It's a
Good.
great community, it's been good for me there, so.
All right,
I've
if you'll
got
have a seat,
questions.
we'll call you back for.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, on the overhead, can you point out the current building that you're
Yeah.
in?
This is my original location here. This is 8015 North Lawndale. And this is my mechanical shop right here. I'm Monticello. And I think you get part of the truck.
Central Park, I got it. Okay, very good, thanks.
Okay. Mike? Or who's presenting the case?
It would be Mike.
Mike, okay. Mike, I have a question before you, for legality.
Yeah.
He says he's expanding his business. Is he currently under a special use at his present business?
No, it's a grandfathered use at 8015
Oh,
Lawndale.
that's why I was asking,
Yeah.
okay.
They're
So-
not making any modifications to
I see,
that
so
southern
had
building.
he been under a special use, he could have extended it to the.
No, I mean, he would have to amend it.
Oh, he had to amend the
but-
special use.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really two separate buildings, so each of the buildings should have its own special use permit.
Okay, all right, thanks for the clarification.
Okay. I'd like to request that the report for 2019-44P be accepted as presented.
Accepted.
As mentioned, this isn't an expansion of an existing repair use. When I came in, there was discussion about the auto paint portion of it, and that's still going to be taking place only in the 8015 Lawndale area. And then the northern building will have body shop functionalities inside with parking as well on the outside, so they do meet their parking requirement of 21 spaces. They'll be filling in a loading dock that was on the west side of the building that formerly served previous tenants at that building, and that's going to allow for additional parking to be provided. Right now, it does not have sufficient parking, but the addition of that graded surface, as well as a reconfiguration of the layout to the north of the building, will provide more on-site parking. Right now, the site is it's got a one-way driveway that goes into a dead end, because there's a guardrail running along the alley. That guardrail will be coming out, so cars will be able to traverse from Lawndale over to that alley and park in each of those angled spaces, so that will greatly improve circulation on the site. We're also going to gain some landscaping on the site, which will increase permeability in an area that's completely covered by pavement right now, to the north of the building. They'll have bicycle parking added to the sidewalk in front of the front entrance.
So they're gonna clean that part of the sidewalk up a little bit, right?
Which sidewalk?
Of the building that in question.
Well, the sidewalk in front is going to remain, but there will be bicycle parking added to it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they'll have some landscaping on.
That's what I mean, the landscape will go there.
The landscaping is going to be on the, there's going to be some landscaping added on this side and this side. I'll show you the plan here. Because they are required to have parking lot trees. Okay. So we're going to have a parking lot tree added at the northwest corner of the parking lot. And then I think there's some I believe those are daylilies at the east end. And then there'll be some additional landscaping where the loading dock currently is. So they'll be enhancing landscaping. I think there's some existing landscaping here, but within the parking lot, there will be additional landscaping. Just have one thing that does need to be done before the case goes to the Board of Trustees. That's condition number 1 under the recommended special use conditions. So prior to the hearing of the case before the Board of Trustees, the site demolition and elevation plan must be revised to indicate that the existing guardrail on the north side of the property is not being removed. On the drawing, it's indicated as being removed, but the guardrail right now is functioning as a way to keep cars from overhanging onto the adjacent property to the north, and we feel that it should remain in place to serve as a buffer rather than installation of wheel stops.
Okay.
Other than that, that's all I have.
Any questions of staff?
Will employment change? Are there a certain number of employees that the village knows that is working in the current complex, and now as the complex expands, is there to be additional employees?
An increase in employees?
Yes.
That'd be a question for the petitioner.
Okay.
Yeah.
No questions.
Okay. No, thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Sir, would you come back up to the podium? Oh, sure, absolutely.
Question is, how many employees do you now have? And I know you were renting the space out previously to someone else, but now that you're taking it over, do you expect to increase your employment?
Yeah, by 3 technicians.
But no additional office staff?
No,
You'll just have more room for your office staff to spread out in the 2 buildings?
exactly. The staging area for us is very important.
So there's 3 technicians and more work, hopefully, for everybody.
Absolutely.
Okay, very good, thanks.
That's the goal.
Any other questions of the petitioner while he's up? Nope, okay, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I'm up for a motion.
So moved
With-
to approve as presented.
As presented with condition number 1 modified.
Correct.
Okay. Do we have a second? Thank you. Okay. Call for the vote. Commissioner Mitchell is absent. Commissioner Quinn,
Aye.
Commissioner Scott Berman,
Aye.
Commissioner Villegas,
Aye.
Commissioner Franklin is absent. Commissioner Lexpati is absent. Commissioner Jeff Berman. Commissioner Matei. And I'll vote aye. Okay, this still has to go before the Board of Trustees for final approval. They meet on the first Monday and third Monday of every month. You'll be notified when that meeting will occur, okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you for expanding, in Skokie. Very much. Thanks. That goes to Marlene, I guess. Okay. Any other business before the commission? None, this meeting is adjourned. Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you. Happy holidays.